Welcome everybody to the Craft Collaborations, Alberta Craft Council's third annual fundraiser and online auction to benefit the Alberta Craft Council as well as our artists. We invited artists from across the province to join us and create work together with 50% of the retail value going back to the artists should they choose. And we're really excited today to start the series with Elise Findlay and Dana Roman. Now, these two artists came in as adventurous individuals. So we have artists that come in and collaborate. We don't talk about who they are. You get to guess if they are an existing duo or an adventurous individual. Elise came in and we were very intrigued. She's based in Banff, although right now, you'll see in a minute, she is at AU Arts working on her final year. And what was really interesting was Elise really is interested in a sense of place and the land. And there's another artist, Dana Roman, based in Canmore, who's been one of our very long time consigners, who we adore, who is every third image on Instagram is her up a mountain with a beautiful vista, and then a few days later to another one. Just absolutely incredible. So we were so excited, both very much connected to the land and the importance and place, and as well as there was an materiality, which we saw themes coming together with the two of them, reusing pieces, being mindful of the material that you're using. So without further ado, I'd like to start the ball rolling with a question to Elise. What made you sign up to be an adventurous individual with Alberta Craft Council's Craft Collaborations?
Great question, Saskia. In my final year of study at AU Arts, I am currently signing up for everything I can. So I love craft. I love seeing what the ACC is up to, and it's just a fantastic opportunity to expand my network and try something new.
Fantastic. And Dana, how was it to work with Elise?
Oh, it was great. We actually first met through email, and we found out we have a lot in common. Both living in the mountains and actually using them a lot by foot. And we both go to very close place in summer in Georgian Bay as well. So very close to nature, both of us. And when I saw Elise's embroidered bark, then I was really, really thrilled to work with her.
Wonderful. I want to dive right into the process because what I love is that a lot of artist duos, we love it when they give insight into the process of how it came together. And Elise and Dana really came through with this. It sounds like each of you started a piece and then swapped. Is that correct? Perfect. Okay, that was a yes. So for the Not a Dream Catcher, Dana was the one that started it and then handed it off to Elise. Dana, would you like to talk a little bit about that piece for us?
Okay, well, as I said, I use the nature and I collect the nature pieces. I have quite a collection in the backyard, and if I need to do something, I go there and pick a piece. So I started with actually the round piece of wood is a root of some plant, which I'm not sure which one. And so I started with that, and it gives me inspiration what to do next. And it's the materials which this time I wanted to show. And I crochet the inside, which is like a spider web, the inside part. And again, it's from the old piece of string, which is natural linen. And again, I collect for 50 years beautiful strings, beautiful fabrics, and I recycle them into art pieces. So there's this crocheted part, and then I added, of course, the driftwood And then there is my painted silk scraps, which I added to the root and stiffened it and added some more paint or spray paint. So that was my piece, which I thought is kind of finished, which I gave to Elise to work on it more.
And Elise, how was that? So was that the first piece that you had? Were you both working on a piece in tandem and then just had a handoff at one point? Perfect.
Yeah.
And go ahead.
Yeah, we both got started on our pieces, and because we had a bit of a tight timeline by the time we got together, we said, okay, you make your piece, I'll make mine, and then we'll switch. And then, yeah, got together at the end of it to look and see if we were happy with the way they turned out. And yeah.
I love it in both of them as well. So I invite everyone to check out Craft Collaborations. It's our feature exhibition on the albertacraft.ab.ca website, and you can read more about Dana and Elise's approach, which I think is really interesting. What you can't see behind me, but we will have detail shots you can see, is that Elise has embroidered pathways in both pieces. So piece on this side to my left is Pathways, and then Not a Dream Catcher directly behind me. They both have the trail between your two residences, which is so beautiful, knowing that the two of you are such avid outdoors people as well. Can you talk about what inspired you to do that?
Yeah, absolutely. So my practice is all about place and about connection to the land and what it means to be able to call such an amazing place as the Bow Valley home. And so I'm always thinking about what does it mean to be in place and how do we do that responsibly? And so when I'm thinking about how I exist in place, it often comes out as a form of personal mapping. And so that's what's happening there, is a kind of thinking about the space between us. And it was really fun to come up with two different pieces that looked at the space between our two communities. One includes kind of the more, the highway and the bike routes, and the other one includes the top of Rundle Mountain and the Goat Creek Trail that you can take around between our two communities. So yeah, it's just a different way of thinking about space and about thinking about place and the amazing place of the Bow Valley that we both get to call home.
Yes. And I'm so glad that you talk about that, Elise, also on the online auction information, because it brings such a sense of home and place, as you say, as you spoke to as well. And I want to hear from Dana about pathways, because what I love is the more that we look at Dana's portion, there's such a beautiful response to Elise's, and that to me is just where that collaborative effort really comes together. Dana, could you speak to what your approach to pathways?
Well, I was really thrilled when Elise brought her half of the piece, the beginning, embroidered bark, the beautiful textures. And actually, I didn't know she embroidered the highway in there. I learned it later. But when I was working on it, I really got inspired in her piece, which I really liked. So I added pieces of handmade felt and embroidered the felt as well to, yeah. And I added wildlife animal, and the arrow shows that the wildlife animal is running away from the highway, which I didn't know that it's embroidered on the top. And there is a bit of sky and air on the left. So I think we've been pretty thrilled how it came out.